Just before we start with the exciting weekly horoscope, let me remind you that MarStars Astrology Academy is open for enrollment. So if you would like to learn astrology with us on a professional level, then make sure to save your spot now. The link is below the video. And if you have any questions, please send me an email. I will be happy to answer. Hello dear friends, I'm Marina with your weekly horoscope for the last week of August, from the 26th until the 1st of September. This week is very interesting and can be very exciting. First of all, because Uranus, the planet of excitement and extraordinary experiences and changes and insights and inspiration, is having 4 positive major aspects. Trine with Venus, trine with Mars, trine with the Sun, and then trine with Mercury. So Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday, we have 3 major positive aspects. This is great for trying new things, for experimenting, for being more open-minded, for getting something, done faster and, achieving faster results, or also some kind of positive surprises. It's also interesting, of course, Uranus is in Taurus all of the time, but the other 4 planets are also in one sign. They are in Virgo. So we have a trine between 4 planets which are in Virgo and 1 planet which is in Taurus. These are earth signs, which means that it's very positive for achieving some stable results or for something more practical, something more material oriented. And when I say practical, I don't mean that it should be, something really routine or something, how to say that, without, inspiration or any spirituality in that, because Uranus is always related to that. Changes, inspiration, some kind of new insights. So what it means is that this inspiration or those revolutionary new ideas can be applied into something material, something which eventually can bring practical results. But this is a very, very rare situation, 4 planets having a trine positive aspect with Uranus during the same week. We are going to explore what each of those aspects means and how we can use it. But overall, just based on that we have 4 major positive aspects during the week, we can expect that this can be an exciting, interesting week. And also it's time for a change. The other interesting event of the week is the new moon in Virgo on Friday, the 30th of August. Very interesting new moon because we have also the Sun and the Moon, of course, but Venus, Mars, and Mercury are there as well. So it's a lot of Virgo energy. And we also have Uranus in Taurus. We have Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn. So it means that we have, what it means, 7 or 8 planets are in earth signs during this week. Well, that's quite rare. Actually, I cannot remember the last time we had so intense earth energy. 8 planets out of 10 there. So obviously, it's time to stay grounded, to be present, to be in touch with reality. The new moon, of course, can bring you new opportunities, expansion in a new area, new projects, new ideas, new activities. But overall, whatever you do this week, whatever you're planning or hoping for, focus on the practical side. And what you start can bring material, long-lasting results. So now we can start with the daily horoscope for each day of the week, and we are going to talk more about each of those aspects and also the other aspects which can bring their impact. Monday the 26th, the first positive aspect, Venus with Uranus. This is a great aspect which can bring us some kind of positive emotions, positive surprises. In relationships also, we may feel like it's time for a change. We need to change something in terms of our relationships, or if we're talking about negotiations or connection with other people, this can also be, you know, moving things to another level, or some kind of positive results from our negotiation or communication with other people. If you would like to go on a date, for example, this aspect can also bring you positive emotions, experiences, at the same time, you know, excitement, you know, like the butterflies in the stomach. This is so Uranus, you know, to be excited, to be anticipating something, to be kind of impatient for something to happen and excited. So Monday is a great time for personal stuff, for relationship issues, for making some kind of change. Whether this would be, you know, a new way to connect to your partner or to your business partners or people that you love, or just to do something exciting which can bring you the positive emotions. Now, also, the transit moon in Cancer on Monday. It brings more focus on the emotional area. The feelings can be deeper. People tend to be more sensitive, by the way, when the moon is in Cancer. It's time when we may feel more introverted at the same time, or we may want to spend more time at home with the people that we love, or just relaxing and, you know, doing something nice to nurture ourselves. But overall, Monday is a very positive day. The 27th of August, Tuesday, we have a minor challenging aspect between Mars and Pluto. This aspect can bring some kind of confrontations, some kind of manipulations in some cases, or we may feel like we are not completely in control of what we want to do, or, you know, our actions or reactions or whatever. So be more cautious on Tuesday. Be careful how you respond to other people, what kind of actions you are taking, and, you know, just try to be calmer. It would be a great combination, by the way, for an energy practice, a meditation or yoga. Great time. The moon will be in Cancer most of the day until 7 p.m. So the focus is more on the emotional area, or at least our reactions are more based on our emotions and feelings. Great time to take care of our family members or people that we love, or our home. And after 7 p.m. Eastern time, the moon will ingress in Leo. So it would be a great time for some kind of entertainment, for going out, you know, communicating with people, or expressing what you want to express, or just doing something that will bring passion and joy. Then on the 28th of August, Wednesday, we have the second positive Uranus aspect, this time with Mars. This aspect is fantastic for taking action, but using a different approach. Something that you haven't done before, some kind of experiment, something that, you know, it's not routine, it's not boring, it's not too familiar for you, something which makes you feel excited and, you know, really passionate about doing it. And because the aspect is in the earth signs, we don't talk about, you know, extreme impatience or this type of, you know, extreme desire to do something right here, right now, which sometimes Uranus might bring. And the reason we don't expect this time is that the earth energy can make us a little bit more patient, more grounded, more in touch with reality. So actually it may just bring those positive new approaches or ideas of what we can do, what actions we can take, how we can change our behavior or projects. Even for business, this aspect can be very positive, because Mars is extremely important for business activities. By the way, that's also true for the birth chart. Mars is very important because Mars helps you to take risks, and business without a risk just cannot exist. And also Mars, you know, it's your initiative, it's your independent action. So this aspect also may help you to take some brave business actions or plan new things in regards to your business or work. The other aspect that we have on Wednesday, minor challenging aspect between Mercury and Saturn, square and a half. This aspect may require from us to think harder on our goals or plans or whatever. And we may feel like, you know, we cannot find the immediate answers as fast as we would like to. Or also in communication, this aspect may bring struggles or misunderstandings. And it's not because, you know, this type of misunderstanding, it's not like the Neptune misunderstanding, where, you know, people are just confused, unconcentrated or whatever. Here, this type of, you know, lack of communication is because of the distance that people are keeping or the lack of desire to truly share their thoughts and ideas. So Wednesday for communication or even for negotiations might be more challenging. But at the same time, if you work harder on something, if you try to be extremely logical into something, you can also achieve results on that day. And the moon is still in Leo on Wednesday, so more passion, more excitement about what we can do during this day. Also time to do something that we love, we enjoy, something that makes us feel excited and passionate and inspired. Then on Thursday, the 29th of August, we have an ingression. Mercury, the planet of communication, is ingressing in a Virgo. And why is that so important actually? It's very important because Mercury is the ruler of the sign Virgo. So what it means is that actually Mercury is coming home. Mercury is gonna be extremely strong after Thursday, for the next couple of weeks after that. And Mercury in Virgo can help us to be very, very logical when we take decisions, to be very precise, to be, you know, to focus on details, to order things, to structure, to be responsible about our obligations. But also when it comes to ideas, this is great for, you know, planning things, planning the details about how you're gonna achieve your ideas, for example. In terms of negotiations, this aspect may help you to negotiate more when it comes to business or, you know, something practical. But overall, when Mercury is strong in Virgo, we tend to be more logical. We tend to be more self-critical also, critical towards other people. These are some of the possible challenges. Or we may pay too much attention to the details, you know, unnecessary attention. Or also perfectionism might be, you know, very strong. But besides that, you know, if we use that in the positive way, we can still achieve great results and we can materialize our ideas, which is, you know, a great benefit. Also on Thursday, we have the third positive Uranus trine, this time with the Sun. So this is probably the most powerful aspect. After all, you know, the Sun is probably the most important planet, the source of light in our solar system and, you know, the center. So this aspect can help us to change something about ourselves, about our perspective, or how we connect to other people, how we express ourselves, or what we are truly passionate about, you know, to do something of that, to feel like, you know, we have the needed strength or energy or tools to make the changes that we seek for. And overall, this aspect can bring you more inspiration or more creative approach. And also this is a great time to explore more yourself and your personal goals and desires. So Thursday can be very, very exciting and interesting. And again, we can expect some positive surprises. The only minor challenging aspect we have on Thursday is between the Sun and Pluto, square and a half aspect. This aspect can also make us really passionate about something, extremely concentrated, focused, even obsessed about achieving something. On the challenging side, there might be some kind of manipulations or possible anger issues, or we may find it difficult to feel part of the group, the collective energy or so. We may feel like we are kind of, on the outside, doing things on our own, following our own path, our own direction, which can also be okay, of course. Just, remember that if there are some kind of challenging emotions, this could be probably due to this Pluto aspect. And with Pluto, it's not always easy to understand actually what's going on, because Pluto also works on a very deep subconscious level. So things from the subconscious might be coming up, and it's not always easy to navigate this energy. But if we manage to do that, Pluto brings us the increased depth, the deeper understanding, passion, focus, concentration, and power. Pluto is the planet of the collective power. So by putting efforts and working, because this is a challenging aspect, we may really feel empowered and concentrated and focused on achieving something. And with the other positive energies, this may really turn out to be the more positive case. The moon on Thursday is in Leo until 7 p.m. Eastern time, which means that we have this passion, the inspiration, and so on. But what we need to remember is also that the moon will be invisible. On the very next day, on Friday, we have the new moon. So, just remember that you may need to be more patient, and even this inspiration may require some time. It doesn't mean that if you have the inspiration, you have to materialize your ideas on the very same day. Actually, I would recommend you to wait after the new moon. But it's still, quite interesting. And after 7 p.m. the moon will be in Virgo, so we may feel ourselves more grounded, more focused on practical things, and including, our health, or just to take care of something or someone. And then on Friday, the 30th of August, we have the new moon in Virgo. The new moon is around the 7th degree, by the way. And as I said, here we have the sun, the moon, of course, but also Mercury, Venus, and Mars. All of those planets are here in Virgo. So obviously, when half of the planets are in this sign, this energy is extremely powerful and strong. So this is also called, by the way, a stellium. And the stellium allows you to really, put a lot of energy into something. And that's great, because the more energy you put into something, the better and the greater results you can expect later. And overall, when we talk about Virgo, these are things related to work, career, health, responsibilities, how we plan things, everything that we organize. It should be something practical that you can start. Something about your body, for example, how you can take better care of your body, how you can be healthier. And it doesn't necessarily mean, only on a physical level, because the physical level, it's just a reflection of our emotions and our thoughts. So it's all connected. And it's a great time actually after this new moon to just take care of your health, of yourself, to do something, you know, to increase your vitality, and also to be more grounded and to materialize all kinds of new ideas. But those 5 planets together here in Virgo, including the ruler of Virgo, Mercury, this is, you know, a very intense energy. Mars brings more passion, desire to take action. Venus brings more emotions and, you know, is related to our desires, what we want. Mercury, it's about the, you know, our mind, the new ideas that we can materialize, and of course the new moon overall. It's just a new beginning, a great time to start something new. Okay, so I think I made my point. We have lots of Virgo energy. It's great for starting new things. So yeah, that's the case. Then on Saturday, the last day of August, transit moon in Virgo until 6 p.m. Eastern time. So again, the focus is more on the practical things and the material stuff. Positive aspect with Pluto. So we can be more focused, we can be more concentrated or passionate or braver about something we would like to do or even transform. And after 6 p.m. moon ingresses in Libra. So for a Saturday night, it's just fantastic for going out on a date or with your friends or with your spouse and just, you know, connecting with other people on a very close level. And the 1st of September, the very last day of the week, so it's interesting, like, you know, it's the last day of the week, but the first day of the following month. And we have our 4th positive Uranus aspect, this time with Mercury. Mercury, which we already mentioned, is very strong now in Virgo. This is just fantastic for new ideas, for inspiration, for exciting ideas about new things, about things that you can try, you can experiment with, changes that you can make. So, you know, Mercury and Uranus, this is a combination for some people, you know, it makes them genius people, not everyone, of course, but, you know, this is again a similar energy, which brings something new, something which can be kind of, you know, surprising or even strange sometimes, but also very, very inspiring. So for communication also, this would be great, you know, to socialize with other people, with friends, and just, you know, to learn something new, receive new information or desire to learn new things. Obviously, you know, astrology, learning astrology and so on, exploring, this is just great. And yeah, it's just the last 4th aspect of Uranus. So, you know, the energy is very, very intense. The other positive aspect on Sunday, trine between Venus and Saturn. Aspect which can bring us more stable emotions, more responsibility in regards to relationships, and also it's very important for us to keep our promises here and to feel stable and secure emotionally or in our relationship. So this aspect really brings lots of stability, especially also in the earth signs, like in this case Venus is in Virgo, Saturn is in Capricorn. So very stable, grounded energy, focused more in our, you know, on our personal lives or emotions. And one minor challenging aspect, Mercury with Pluto, square and a half aspect. This aspect can be very positive for, you know, diving deeper into something, concentrating your mind on certain ideas. Sometimes it may also be like an obsession or can make you a little bit more suspicious or willing to explore something, to understand something. But Uranus and Pluto both connected with Mercury, it's just, you know, time for new ideas, maybe transformation of certain ideas that you might have had. But overall, you know, it's just very, very exciting. And also transit moon in Libra. Focus on relationships, on connection with other people, communication, and finding more balance and harmony in our lives. So I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited about this upcoming week. We have 4 positive Uranus aspects and a new moon in Virgo on Friday. And we have here and there some minor challenging aspects, but the important thing is they are minor. So the positive energy is much stronger than the challenging energy. So I hope we are all gonna find constructive ways to use this power. Don't forget also, if you would like to learn astrology on a professional level, the enrollment for MarStars Astrology Academy is open and it will close soon, so make sure to save your spot if you would like to learn astrology with us. The link is below the video. You will find the information there. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me an email. Thank you again for watching the video, for being here. Let me know, how do you feel? And do you feel like, you know, it's time for new things, for a change? Especially about the Uranus energy. I'm really curious to understand if you're also that inspired and ready for the change. It was a pleasure for me, and I'll see you next week.